Episode 2, we are back with Unfiltered Fitness. I am Phoebe.
I'm Charlotte.
I think you'll know us anyway, but just
much.
in case. And we were meant to post last week.
Yeah.
Not a great start. It was only our second episode and we didn't post. But
It was a very busy week.
We were doing an ultra marathon,
yeah.
so we have an excuse. We did film the whole episode, almost edit it all, and then we just couldn't do it in time. We thought, you know what, sod it, delete it, and...
Now, we'll just actually backtrack. We filmed it. We were transferring, footage. She started to delete all of hers.
Yeah.
So then I was like, no, it's fine because you've recovered some of it. And then I started editing it. I was like, don't like it. Went to refilmed it. Thought, great. Start editing that. And then got halfway through the edit.
So basically,
life just
episode
took over.
Was cursed.
Yeah.
It's never going to see the light of day because we've filmed it twice, edited, not posted, whatever. And we're going to use the excuse of... We're just girls, we are editing, we are filming ourselves, and we ran an ultra marathon. So that is our excuse. And we've got new mics.
Yeah. We ain't got these handheldness anymore.
So hopefully
this is
you can
better.
hear us better, and the editing will be better this time. For goodness sake, we're cursed again.
I can hear something.
I can't deal with this shit.
I think it's quite...
Not today.
Oh, it's really stuck in my hair.
I'm just watching. You've got some more.
I'll just carry on like that.
It's just...
I thought it was going to go around me.
Yeet.
Do we need to put it back up? Nah.
Nah, just yeet it.
Right. We'll leave that in.
So, what did we do last weekend? Let's talk about it.
I don't really want to talk about it, to be honest. I really didn't enjoy myself. I did and I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
So we did an ultra marathon. For people who don't know what an ultra marathon is, I think technically it's
anything over 50.
a marathon distance.
Anything over 50.
Oh, is it 50?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anything over 50. We did
Kilometres.
75k, which turned into 76k. So I'm taking that extra
Mine
one.
mine was like 75.8 or something like that.
Well, mine was 76, so I'm taking 76. I'm not saying 75. Yeah. So we did 76k across the Jurassic Coast. We started...
9:30.
No, what location, dickhead?
Oh, I don't know. You're asking me, the one that didn't drive the whole weekend
That's true.
at all.
Weymouth Way, I think. We started at one part of the Jurassic Coast and ended the other way after doing about 1,800 to 1,900 metres of elevation. It was...
That was a lot.
It was
very
humbling, wasn't
emotional.
it?
Very emotional.
I'm so why am I laughing?
I'm surprised you didn't laugh at me when it actually happened. But...
No, I was quite kind. So, we took... I think, do you know what, my Strava showed... Again, I don't know the actual exact times because I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
11 hours something running time.
Moving time, yeah.
And about 14 hours, 15 hours from start to finish. I think my cat was trying to get in there.
That.
Yep. So about 14 hours start to finish, didn't we?
Yeah, mine was 12, just over 12 hours, and then moving time, and then 15, I think, just over for the whole time. It was a long day.
I still can't believe we've actually done that.
No, I know, yeah. It's the fact is as well, we've gone back to work on a Tuesday, and you can still talk about it, but you've just gone back to exactly what you're doing before you'd done that. It's just like, oh, right.
Yeah.
Does no one know what I did on the weekend?
I know, I keep trying to tell people and they're like, oh, you're crazy. And I'm like...
Yeah, that's it. Continue the conversation.
Yeah, what else? Because you just want to tell everyone because not many people... I think it's something at the moment, it's probably gone up with how many people are doing it. It's 0.1% of the world have done a marathon.
Yeah.
So then it's
That's defo got to go up
stupid,
soon.
0.00001 have ever done an ultra marathon. And then you add in the fact that you're female.
Yeah.
It's really not that many people have completed it whatsoever. So it is I'm going to be 80 odd telling my grandkids, oh, I did an ultra marathon across the Jurassic Coast.
Yeah, it's Jenna, the video that she made, was that the actual statistic? 0. However many fucking zeros and then 1?
I think so. I think she asked ChatGPT.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So as long as ChatGPT's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was wicked. We had about, how many of us? About 19?
19, 20, yeah.
Yeah. We had some of the group doing 100k. Some of the group doing 75. Well, it was just us 4 girls.
Yeah.
Us 2, Hen and Katie. And then some of the group doing 58k. Oh, and we all started at different times, different locations.
No, we all started at the same place.
Same place, but we went on different routes.
Yeah.
And we had the best moment ever, didn't we, on our first checkpoint, which was
that was so
25k.
Yeah.
And then the people who were doing 100k, I think it was their third checkpoint.
Yeah.
They were at like the marathon
40k,
mark.
yeah.
We all bumped into each other by like complete
so cute.
accident, and it was just we needed that. We were only 25k in, but we needed it.
Yeah, Claire literally ran in, realised it was us. She's like, oh my God, people that I know.
Yeah, she was like, proper pocket rocket.
Yeah, that's all you need in that like moment though. Like especially if you've been on your own.
How did you feel before the ultra? Because I try not to ask too many people like how they feel, because I know it can like stress people out. So
yeah, so I don't really know, to be honest. I think I said briefly, like, because every other race that I've done before has been like time or position, like pressure, go as fast as you can. But this one, like, obviously that was
also, can we put it out there that you hadn't ran?
Yeah, I hadn't ran for 2 months. Oh, do you see my? I went for my phone. My Strava is so bad. It's literally like it's like for like 2 months solid, and it literally goes up and it's straight back down. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's not a
But
good
we don't
graph.
recommend.
No,
we don't recommend
please don't
that
do
to anyone.
The only reason I did that is if I wasn't doing the run for the reason that I was doing the run, I wouldn't have done it because of the fact that I hadn't trained.
Because you're normally quite really sensible, aren't you?
Exactly. The only reason that I did the run after 2 months of not training, I'd never normally do this, was because I was doing it for charity. That was the only reason. And then,
And when I say this girl pushed through, so what was we can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
What was the last major food station distance? About
58. So we had 18k left.
18k left. Yeah. And Charl came in absolute, I can still see it, in floods of tears. You were in agony at this point, weren't you?
Yeah,
Which I think not many people expect. I think some of our videos are like, la, 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 la. But you were in,
I was in the
shit
pain
state.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting you down and I was like, Charl, you must have DNF now. Like, you're in that much pain.
When you said that, I was actually like, who on earth does she think she's talking to? Telling me to stop. She was like, you need to tap out. I think you need to tap out. I was like, no.
If you were just like in rag state, I'd have been like, nah, come on. Like, you got this.
It was injury.
Your knee was in so much pain. You'd already had a codeine that hadn't touched you one bit. And I was thinking, shit, like she's going to do some serious long-term damage now. You've got 15k left. You either walk it or tap out. And I was like, you can tap out. You're not in. If you were just in rag state, I'd have been telling
get a grip.
Yeah, I'd have been saying get a grip. Let's go.
Yeah.
But you were like beyond injured at that point.
Yeah. To be fair, the paracetamol that the lady gave me at the aid station.
I'm glad her paracetamol worked, but my codeine.
Yeah, I
didn't.
know. It was either her paracetamol or after you left, and then I left. I rang my dad.
Yeah.
They had like I couldn't even tell you what we spoke about. Like I can't even remember. We had a 5-minute conversation. And it just made me like, I don't know, it was either the paracetamol or talking to him, but I just locked in. That's how I caught up with Hayden. Because my splits was so like, I think I'd gone from like 22-minute kilometres of just walking to like 6-7-minute kilometres of running on my knee.
Jeez. Do you know what? I think you're a little bit like me where you could see the end of the race in sight, and that's what happened to me. I had my struggle, and then I hit the point where my hip was just in, same point, 18k, my hip was just in absolute rags, and I just needed to like...
Carry on.
No, the only way I can describe it was like a bike. I needed to oil it up. I needed to just like... Shoom, shoom. So when we decided at 18k, so actually we haven't even explained it. So me and Charl went into it together saying like we're going to run together. Yeah. Hen and Katie, I don't know what they agreed.
I don't know, but they trained a lot better than us, wise. Well, me anyway.
Yeah,
just
well, I had to stop training.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know what they agreed or if they just held pace together. Anyway, we started all together. Within the first 2k, there was a hill, which was literally like like that. Crazy. Straight away you're walking, calves cramping, feet cramping, because your body is not ready for it.
I was quite optimistic at that point. I was like, yeah,
you kept
running up the hills.
And I remember Charl was like, Charl, stop running up the hills. And you're like, no, I've got this,
I feel good.
Yeah, and I was like, you won't. And that, I suppose, was probably from my past experience of my other ultra. Yeah. Where I was like, no, you will burn out.
I'd have carried on like that and burnt out.
Yeah. So I kept pulling you back on that one. Anyway, so Hen and Katie shut off, left us, which was fine.
Yeah.
And then only probably about 10k. So I think we'd warmed up by that point. We caught back up.
That's when my hip stopped hurting.
Was it?
Yeah,
that's when my cramp went. About 9k. I think I've got a video of me going, I'm 9k in, and I'm happy. We caught back up with them, and then pretty much for the majority of the race, we were like this with them. So we had all 4 of us together, which was quite nice.
Yeah. It was always just go yo-yo back and forth.
Until that last 18k.
That was a rough 18k.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Yeah, that was just a really rough 18k.
It's weird because when I think about the ultra, it was, for me anyway, the best one I've ever done.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it so much. Every video I've looked back on is why I try and video myself at certain checkpoints. Not even with the idea of posting. If I post it, I do. If I don't, I don't. But just so I can watch it back and see how I felt in every single video, bar 2. I am like smiling. Don't get me wrong, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
But then I've got the flip side of at that 18k left to go, where we all decided to split, it just
went downhill.
It
was like head down and just go. Because we're not even going to bring up the beach yet. There was a beach that we had to run on. It's a very sore spot for everyone to talk about.
Yeah. So we also didn't think, at this point, forget about what pain locker you've ever been in during a marathon.
Yeah.
It's completely different. Like the last bit, and I think the majority of us can agree with this, we've almost blocked out to protect our own brains because you were in that much of a pain cave. You just almost can't, I don't even know, I can't even get it out because I don't know. It's like out of the body experience.
Yeah, literally.
And we all decided at 18k that we were in so much pain and we had to run the race
Run
ourselves.
your own race, yeah.
You couldn't you had to just go at your own paces and whatnot. None of us thought that we've probably got 1 hour left of daylight.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And we've all decided to split up. And when I say like 1 hour left of daylight, we are running along the coast.
Yeah.
Not along street lamps in residential areas. It was pitch black.
The sunset was nice though.
The sunset was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was lovely.
But other than that, all you could see is the little light off your head torch.
It's actually quite scary. I'm really glad I caught up with Hen and Hayden.
Oh yeah, you did that beach with them?
Yeah. I was completely on my own. And then the sun was setting and I was like, shit, it's going to get really dark. Put my head torch on and then I could see 2 people ahead of me. And I was like, I'm sure that's Hen and Hayden. I was like, quick, go. And then I just stayed with them then because it did just drop. We were still on the beach when it was pitch black.
Yeah, I think that's when I locked in, that when we decided to split and we had a good bit of level ground and I realised it was going to get dark and I just thought something kicked in. I was like, shit, just keep running. Yeah. Just keep running as far as you can until it's dark. Like, just get it over and done with. And we hit the beach and we need to try and get a video and put it in the clip. The beach was literally pebbles and it wasn't like hard pebbles.
Weren't like big pebbles either, they were fucking tiny.
The ones where you can see where people have walked because it was just quicksand pebble beach.
Felt like quicksand.
How anyone could have ran on it, I do not
Emily
know.
Jane Fairs, the fact that she ran on that.
Yeah,
wow.
She did. And she even ran past Marcus and John.
Did she?
Yeah, and Marcus and John are strong runners.
Yeah.
And for a female to go dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, I mean, in her head, she probably wasn't like that.
Nah, but
she went
still.
past them, and that is just epic. But that beach, was traumatic.
Yeah, me and Hen were really horrible to the man.
So was I.
There was a marshal stood there and we'd come off the beach at this point, so we were like, oh, sick, like we're back on grass now. I thought, great, carry on like normal. Then, probably for 2 minutes she was on the grass, then it was go back on. And there was this guy stood there and he was like, Hen was like, why are we going back on the beach? And then he was like, you're only on it for another 500 metres.
It wasn't 500 metres.
It wasn't 500 metres. And then I just got so annoyed, I was like, you stupid fucking beach.
It's because, wait there. The reason why we were put back on the beach is because cows were chasing the runners. Cows. Let's just put that out there. There's no Sutton Park run. Frigging cows
I wouldn't put past the cows in Sutton Park either, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know what you mean. But, so then I kept kicking the pebbles. I was like, stupid fucking beach and stupid fucking pebbles. And then when he said, oh, you've only got 500 metres left, I think Hen said something like, you can shove your 500 metres up your arse. And then we just stomped off. Actually felt quite bad afterwards. So sorry to that man.
Do you know what? I bet he had it a lot.
Yeah, I bet it had worse.
Yeah. And for people to understand it, don't get me wrong, we were tired. So I've checked my text messages. Marcus had finished, obviously, way before us. He'd text me at something like 9:08, I think, saying, look, you've got 10k left, smash it, you've got this, it's going to be hard, or something along those lines. And that was at 9:08, and I came in at around 11, half 11.
Yeah.
That's how long it took to do the final 10K. And if that doesn't explain what an ultra is.
It's, yeah, because I think we had like 5K left, and it was 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we stopped at that aid station, the 5K to go on for quite a while. Mm-hmm. We didn't finish until 12:30. So how are you going to tell me it took an hour and a half to run 5K? Well, we didn't even run, to be fair. We walked every single bit of it.
But even that, like, to walk 5K in an hour and a half is long. Yeah, that just explains
we stopped at that station for so long.
How you felt.
But Hen was really ill, so...
She was sick at that station, wasn't she?
Yeah, bait her out.
I'm going to bait myself out. I had to go to the toilet mid-route on the beach anyway.
Shit, yeah.
So if I baited Hen out, I'm going to bait myself out.
Forgot about that.
That is runners, and we all do it, and it was pitch black on the beach. No one else was around me, and I needed to go. So I went.
Are you going to go into it any further, or no? I keep that bit to yourself. Anyway...
you can guess what I had to do.
Yeah, so Hen was really cold, like she didn't have a jacket, and you just didn't think that the temperature would drop.
Yeah.
Because you don't even contemplate the fact that you're actually running in the pitch black in the night. I had a jacket, but Hen didn't have one.
Did you put your jacket on?
Yeah, I put it on at that, when we stopped at that station, I put it on for the last 5. So Hen didn't have one. We stopped at the aid station. The lady, just to be fair, the lady was really good. She gave her a tinfoil blanket, a normal blanket, 2 of them, and a hot water bottle. And then Hayden was like, Hen, you need to eat something. You need to eat something, blah, blah, blah. She was like, I'm not hungry. She's like, I don't feel very well. Blah, blah. And he's like, just have something. So she had a gel. And I'd say not even within 2 minutes, that gel came straight back up. And you know them sick bowls that you get in like hospitals? They're like the cardboardy kind of ones. She had that. She was being sick into that. And then the lady was like, can you pass me another one, please? She filled it like it was horrible, bless her. But then afterwards, she did feel like a lot better, to be fair. I think she just needed to.
And do you know what? For anyone who doesn't run these kind of distances, like, you need to just get comfortable speaking about this kind of stuff. Because the run that we did was Ultra Challenge, like the organisation, the event, whatever you want to call them. And they do the best aid stations ever. So, again, completely different to a marathon. So when you do a marathon, you run, grab some water, go.
Whilst you're running,
you might get a banana en route. Like, that's the kind of thing. This is completely different. So we had, for our distance, 4 major food stations. And I'm talking hot food.
Sit down.
First one, pick and mix.
That one was my favourite, that pick and mix. I wish I took more.
And me, Hen took a full bag of pick and mix. And I'm talking like a full bag. Like, do you remember when you used to be kids, that kind of bag? And I regretted that.
I took a full bag, but I still wish I took more. I think George took like loads of bags.
Did he?
Yeah, but
I just took loads of Haribos. I was scared that I didn't want to eat anything I wasn't used to.
Yeah.
And I was carrying all of my own fuel that I've trained with. Because we were probably carrying, it depends how much water you had on you, between 3 to 6K in our vests, constantly the whole run, with our walking poles as well.
With it being so hot as well.
So, so the first station was the pick and mix.
Yeah.
Second station.
The big one, weren't it? So it was all the food?
No, we had another.
Was there another one?
You got the pick and mix station. You had the 58 finish station. That's where the hot food was.
Yeah, that's the one I was on.
Oh, do you know what? I don't even know. It's all blurred in.
Yeah.
But there was a choice. I think one was like curry, chicken wings.
That food was really nice on that halfway one. Well,
I can't lie.
58.
I had such bad cramps.
I loved it.
One thing about me, I can always eat chocolate and sweets and cake, and that is what I fueled my whole run on.
Yeah.
I had 2 chicken tender things, and then went straight for a donuts.
Yeah, I had pasta, I had rice, I had.
You ate well on that station.
I had a bread roll, and I couldn't even be asked to butter it. I had a dry bread roll, and then I had the chicken things as well.
Yeah. Actually, I remember that station. We came in, and every station's got, like, first aid.
Oh, yeah.
And that station, so we're at the 58, 59K mark.
Mm-hmm. Well, not for us.
No, it was for us. The one I'm talking about anyway. I'm talking about the finisher one for the 58K mark.
Yeah, but it weren't 58K for us.
Was it not?
No, because 58K for us was the one where I came in an absolute mess.
Shit, so what?
We was only at about 40 then. We was only at about a marathon.
God, I thought we were more.
No. Just because it's like halfway for everyone else, just a shit. No, it was about a marathon.
Shit, okay. Well, that station, we didn't even go straight to the food. I remember me and Hen just made a beeline straight for that first aid tent and just said, strap our ankles up.
Yeah.
I was like deep eating all of my legs. And we probably sat at that station for the longest.
Yeah, we spent a long time there because Hen had her ankle and a knee done. You had your ankles done. I then had my ankles done. Then we got food, water, go again.
And that's when I realised my phone was on 27% at this point. So it's okay.
Got my charger.
Got my charger in my bag, in my kit. Portable power bank, brought the wrong lead.
Have we not learned that you're not very good with technology then and stuff like that?
Do you know what it was? I'd just taken it out of my plug from the morning and forgot that it was the wrong adapter. Wow, whatever.
Easy mistakes, mate.
At this point, I was thinking, shit, I have got another 6, 8, however many hours to go. My phone is going to die. And then, what am I going to do?
Yeah. You just turned it off, didn't you?
I turned it off for ages. And then luckily, that last major food station, I just saw in the first aid tent while Charl was like, I was like, you sit there. And I just went on a hunt and I saw someone's iPhone charger just...
So you just nabbed it?
I did. It was on a table in the first aid tent, so I think it was a first aider.
Yeah.
And I was like...
I think it was, to be fair.
I'm just going to plug that in and get some charge. Yeah. And I think I did the last distance on like 20% charge, just like hoping that I was going to get back with charge.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'd have been screwed.
Yeah, we can talk about my emotional, messy state since we're at that station. So 10k leading up to that station, these are just like cracked on kind of because I literally just couldn't run. My knee was just completely gone. I couldn't run downhill. That was the most painful thing. I get like these bursts of energy. I'd be like, yeah, I feel fine, and then I'd be like, no, I feel fucked. Like, it was one or the other.
You had hit.
I eventually got there. That was the longest 10k of my life. Eventually got there, and then I just broke down. But I think that when the lady put the glow stick on me, I think I thought, shit, I am actually going to be in the dark. And then that was just like all panic stations set in.
Yeah, that was weird.
Broke
in
down.
the aid station, I was trying to fill up my camel bladder, and this woman's like on my back sticking a glow stick to me. I'm like, what?
Hello.
She was like, you're going into the dark, you need a glow stick on you. And I was like...
They were very helpful, to be fair.
Shit.
Because, yeah. And then the first aid lady was trying to talk to me, and I was like, she was really nice, to be fair, but I was just like, can we skip the fucking small talk? Strap my knee, let's go. Like, she was really nice. I didn't say that to her, but I was just thinking, like...
Do you know what? She was a
good.
runner, and she was literally, I remember her saying to you, like, what pain meds have you already had? I need to advise you on your kidneys, all of this jazz. And then she was like, look, I know you're a runner. I know you're going to want to just get it done, and you're not going to listen to me. Just be safe. And we were like...
Yeah, she was an ultra runner. She said she'd done an ultra before 50, I think, or something.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
but
she understood.
She didn't take my knee very well. Fucking came off straight away. Because she wiped it.
It's a good job she's probably never going to watch
this. She
wiped
it, because fair enough, like, it was dirty. But she didn't dry it, so then the tape weren't sticking to my leg.
Oh,
so it stuck for a little bit. And then I think I started running for like 3k, and it just started flapping off everywhere. And then I got to the last aid station. The lady, she said to me, she's like, who strapped this up? And I was like, the lady on the last station. And she's like, oh, it's a bit shit, isn't it? And, I was like, and she did it, to be fair, she did it way better. That stayed on for ages. But yeah, at that station, I was just a complete mess. And then I rang my dad, and all I remember saying to him is, I'm really struggling, and then I can't remember the rest of the phone.
Wow.
So I don't know whether he remembers either. But and when I got home, my mum was like, I was sat next to your dad when you rang him. She went, I got quite worried, I'm not going to lie, because I was like, I'm really struggling. And I was like, well, it's fine, Mum, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And then, that's when I caught up with...
Yeah, I think Sean rang you a bit as well, didn't he?
He rang me at the end, he rang me loads, yeah. Because he kept ringing me, but my phone was on Do Not Disturb, so he thought, cheeky fucker, like, she's not answering, and then ring again, it would go straight through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was hearing it, like, through, like, word of mouth, Chinese whispers almost, and when I hit the beach and it started to get dark, I was like, shit. And then I was panicking, I was like, Charl's back there on her own, it's going to get dark, I'm on my own. And then Marcus, like, he just knew when to call somehow. He called me, And I was explaining, like, we've split up. My battery's going to go. I'm struggling now. My hip just feels like...
Yeah.
Charles back there, and he was like, no. Charles with Helen Hayden. Sean's spoken to her. And I was like, oh
Brilliant.
shit, I've just got to go then.
Yeah.
And again, same as you. I think I said to him, like, my phone's going to die. I've got to go. He was like, okay, keep going.
Yeah.
And then he called me probably 3 more times. I don't really remember what. I think
Yeah,
at one
you
point,
don't even remember what you
I answered. I
say.
went, He went, you good? I went,
Yeah.
I'm done. He was like, you're not done. I was like, And that's all I could get
Yeah.
out. And then the final phone call, I remember him asking where I was. And at this point, I was with Katie. So me and Katie paired up for the last bits. And he was like, I'm really sorry, chicken. Let's clap out the chicken bit. So we don't call each other babe. For some reason, we call each other chicken. Don't ask.
Yeah.
It happened. Anyway, he was like, I'm really sorry. You've got a big hill to do. And then literally I turned the corner and I saw the glow sticks in the distance. And it wasn't even like in the distance. It was just in the distance. And I was like, shit. Got up that hill. Bear in mind, because you can't see anything. It's pitch black other than these freaking glow sticks. And then I ring him again. I was like, I'm so close. I'm at 5k out. He was like,
got another one.
Yeah, he was like, you've got another hill. Turn your phone, get off your phone, get going again. I was like, fuck. It was...
I just wanted to finish it. Like, I was so done with that day at that point. I was so done with it. I was like, just finish it.
But with all this said, would you do it again or would you recommend it to someone?
See, I kept saying, like, for the rest of this week, I'm like, I don't want to do another one. I really didn't enjoy it. And then, like, people were saying to me, like, oh, fair enough, like, it's just a step too far. And, like, I've done it, got a T-shirt, literally. I need to get that off you.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's it. But then other people make good points, like, obviously I went in with not the most ideal preparation. But I don't know whether I'm willing to try another one, to go in with the ideal preparation, to try and see what it's like that, if you know what I mean. Well, I don't know whether I'm willing to do that.
Sucks to be you, because you've already got one booked with me.
Yeah, I know, but it's never too late to sell it to someone.
No, I think if you had trained, obviously you couldn't train because of your injury, but I think if you had trained, you would have been all
Now,
right.
I do think if I trained, I would have enjoyed it more than I did.
Because keeping it from me that you're a stronger runner than me. Granted, I've done a 50k ultra before, and I think I smashed my training before I got injured. And then that month and a half of injury, obviously I couldn't train. I had to rely, I think, on a lot of my mental strength to get me through.
Yeah.
And that carried me massively.
Yeah, I knew I had the mental strength, like that wasn't really an issue, but I just knew I'd cry. Like, when I cried, like, obviously it was like, oh, like, she's breaking, like, mentally. I was fine mentally, I just cry a lot, that's all.
I thought I was going to cry, and I didn't.
Yeah, you said you thought you was going to cry at the end when you saw Marcus.
Do you know what? I was almost more emotional during the run. I remember saying to you guys, being like, I just want to know how Marcus is doing.
Yeah,
because for him, it was going to be, this 100k run for him was like a practice run for his future events. Like, he really wants to smash it and do bigger and better, whatever. But I just wanted to experience it. So whatever I got, I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I felt
more
emotional wanting to know. Not worried.
Yeah.
But, God, I'd never really be worried about Marcus now.
Yeah, true. In that situation.
I just wanted him, I don't know, I just felt emotional. I wanted him to smash it.
Yeah.
And then I thought coming through the end, I'd see him and be like, ah! But I was literally just...
Yeah.
You're
just numb. Like, not numb, but like...
I was numb.
You're so exhausted. You have no, like, expressions whatsoever because you have no energy to produce them.
I was absolutely numb when I came in. I was just glad. You get given a plastic cup of Prosecco.
I didn't even have that.
Which I tried to drink. I got halfway through it. And I think just because of what we put our bodies through, I was like, ooh,
yeah.
Okay then. I'm not completing that glass of Prosecco. So, but I would recommend it to anyone. But
I'd recommend it, like, have a go.
Go into it naive.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
You have to train. If you think you can just rock up and complete it, you can. Your body will do it, but you will break and you'll be in so much pain. Yeah. Train, and if you train for it, you will enjoy it because you don't run the whole thing.
Yeah, and ultras do tend to be quite hilly. Like, that's the whole point. You don't really get like a flat ultra, do you?
See, you do get a few on the road, and I'm going to sound like a snob now. But I don't call that. Yes, it's ultra distance, but I don't think like you don't get the same challenge.
That's what I mean. I think everyone associates an ultra with like big hills and like trail running.
Yeah, because it's the views. You do it for the
Yeah,
experience.
those views were so
Why
good.
on earth would you want to run 50k along
London.
London? Like that's just not fun. But each their own.
Yeah, just so because like let's say it is a trail one, which most of them are. Like it's very, very, very different to running on the road. Like very, very different.
Completely different. But yes, I would recommend it to anyone. Get a marathon in or just get your distance in and sign up because you literally, what you do in ultras, unless you are a beast, is walk up the hills.
Yeah.
You go to aid stations, touch wood, they're good, you eat and then you run.
Yeah, we didn't not continuously run 75 kilometres.
Nah. I don't think anyone would
not on that course.
Even Emily,
I was just about to say, even
she
Emily.
came second female, and there's so many videos of her walking, and being sick as well.
Yeah,
we're not selling it.
No, we're really not. But it's not pretty. Like it's not.
My feet.
Oh right, topic of feet. Her boyfriend Marcus. I'm officially calling you out here right now. He is disgusting. So, it was literally we got back to the caravan where we were staying at night. We got back. I'd just finished, was in my wrecked state. And he sat down next to me on the sofa, literally got his foot. I was sat like here, got his foot, barefoot, got a pin, went to pop his blister.
He was that close that the Jews probably could have hit Charl.
I literally screamed. I was like, Marcus! I was like,
but he's like so oblivious to it. I think it's the arminess in him. He's just like...
He just looked at me and he was like, what?
Like,
I was like, get your blistery foot away from my face.
Yeah. I must admit, neither of us have pretty feet at the moment, but it's okay.
I didn't get any blisters.
How?
I've got a bit of a dodgy toenail. I think it might go black. But I've got no blisters whatsoever.
Both my pinkies are turning black. I've got
big toe.
My big toe, which was already a bit black from my last ultra that was growing out. That, I think, is getting more black.
It's just gone back to the beginning.
And I think I have a blister here, blisters on the pinkies. And I had 2 on my insteps, which I put a plaster on during the run.
Yeah.
But they're not like blisters. Yeah. If you know what I mean. They're like...
Yeah, just little ones.
Yeah, they're like little cute ones, I call them.
Yeah, I didn't get any blisters. And for the first half of the race, I did wear rock-up socks.
Hey, plug in rock-up socks, Rudy. Yeah. Get her advertisement.
Because, like, they are actually a very good sock to not get blisters in. I've never got blisters in a rock-up sock. Anyway.
I think Si says the same.
We're not sponsored.
Sunday after the ultra, I think if we'd have gone down just as a small group, it would have been completely different.
Yeah,
but instead,
definitely.
all of us literally got up and we did was it like a 2-mile walk to the beach?
I think so. When Ad said that, I was thinking, hang on, pardon me. When Ad said that, I was thinking, why the fuck have you said that? Like, the last thing I want to do right now is walk. But to be fair, I did walk really slowly. But when we got there, it was actually all right.
We looked like the Walking Dead. We were like...
I looked like I'd shit myself.
My feet, the blisters were blisters. I don't want to know how long it took us to get to the beach. But that being said, doing that walk, we all had breakfast and we walked back. It made the world of difference. The sun was amazing. So we all sat around most of our caravans were together. Yeah. We decided that Ads and Si's were...
That was just the one in the middle. It was the communal one.
Yeah. And then they had Burger King slushies on site. And I'm not
Frozen
a drinker.
Fanta.
I'm not really a big drinker. But I saw them and I remember saying to Sean, I was like, vodka slushies.
Yeah.
Definitely not the best way to recover from a race, but we just earned it.
It tasted so good.
Oh, I've never felt so good ever having those vodka slushies in the sun. I think George was doing his marking. He's a teacher, so he put his marking.
Marking son. You had your compression boots
that
everyone was using.
On, yeah. Drinking a vodka slushie.
Just chatting shit.
Best time. I fell asleep in Ad's boot of his car at one point.
Then the back of it.
Yeah, in the back of it. He lifted up the boot of his car so we could use it as a seat. And at one point, I just decided, I put his dressing gown on, my sunglasses on. I wasn't even drunk. And just that boot was looking good. Yeah. And I was like...
It was comfy, to be fair.
And snored a bit.
No, it was good, though, that Sunday. Like, the fact that my cheeks hurt so much just from laughing. It was such a funny day. Yeah.
It was the best weekend ever.
I kept getting the piss taken out of me by one certain individual for crying.
Sean.
But no, I actually don't care. Like, I laughed at it as well. Like,
I think
it's
that's the
so
only
funny.
thing with our group.
So funny.
If you can't take banter or stick, then you're screwed. Because we were sending for everyone. Because that's just how we got through
Especially
it.
George.
So poor George. I'm going to bait you out now, George. George DNF'd, which means did not finish. He got to 70k, which was amazing.
Yeah.
He was meant to get to 100, 69
specific.
actually. And he
Yeah, he
pulled
was meant
out.
to do 100.
So that was it. Every joke we could possibly do for the next day about
doing
not
it to
finishing,
himself.
not having a medal, not whatever. We were like sending for him, and he took it well.
Yeah, he did it to himself. That was really funny. Then we played that game, the heads up game.
Heads up, heads down. We were
That
like
was
children.
hilarious.
We were like children. I think we
We
all
just sat and
delusional.
rotted all day.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Best day ever.
I had I had Burger King for lunch and Burger King for my dinner.
Yeah, we didn't eat the best, but
No.
oh well.
It's because it was just on the site, so we literally had to walk like 2 minutes to get there.
Yeah, so talking of eating, shall we do our Unfiltered
Yeah,
with us?
it's quite a good question today.
So we asked everyone, going to get it up now, what did we actually ask?
What's the weirdest thing you've ate?
What's the weirdest thing you've ate before or during a run?
Yeah.
So
What's your answer first?
it was on one of the Wednesday session runs. I think I was doing 10 or 15k.
What, in the evening?
Yeah.
Rocket one?
All of a sudden I got this hunger, detour to Mackey's.
Yeah.
2 cheeseburgers.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Best cheeseburgers in my life.
Yeah, that's not too weird. That's
I don't tend to like...
just quick carbs.
Oh, can you even count Mackey's as proper carbs?
Yeah, the bread's probably not even proper carbs.
But it was good.
I don't know what mine is. I don't think I've ever ate something weird.
Well, now you can say a bread roll, not even buttered from the Ultra.
That's very true, yeah.
Isn't that weird?
That is a bit strange. I'm quite concerned.
I want to know if this was before or during. 'Cause if it was during, then you are one talented man.
Oh.
Lasagna. Permission to judge granted. I am judging.
That's got to be before.
Gotta be before.
No way you can eat lasagna whilst you're running. Unless... No, I don't see how that's possible.
Good carbs before.
Yeah, it's...
But if you've done that before, during,
Tell
hats
us
off
how.
to you, yeah.
That's not that weird if you've done it before, though. That's good. That's a good meal.
last
up.
night's takeaway. Yeah, pretty standard. I'll have a pizza and then eat it for breakfast the next day before a run. Standard.
Cold as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pizza and sausage rolls. Again, pretty standard.
Yeah, these are all very, like, solid carbs. Pizza is always my go-to to have the day before.
Yeah, and me. Always. Okay. I feel like I've got to bait you out for this one. Hen. Curry. We listen and we don't judge.
No way she's had that during.
She's got to have that before, curry. I remember the night. I wasn't with her, but I had curry that night as well. Oh my God, I had curry that night.
Yeah, there you go then.
Saeed made it and baked it.
Baked it?
Made it. Dropped it around. I had curry.
Is that the chicken and spinach one?
I think so, yeah.
That's so good.
She'd also had curry. And I remember it was a Saturday morning run, so we'd both done about 15, maybe 20k.
Yeah.
Got to rock up and we both went,
This shit.
we don't feel too good. We haven't eaten right. I do remember that. I think a lot of people might know who this one is. I haven't eaten anything weird, but I've drank beer during London Marathon.
I wonder.
I would actually like to try a marathon.
Yeah, drinking.
Having a few
Yeah.
drinks.
You can do like a drunk marathon. That's a thing.
I don't think I'd finish it.
It's in I watched the YouTubers do it. It's in another country. It's in like you just run around.
France.
I don't know. You just run around like what they call the wine.
Yeah, that's what I've went with
Vineyards.
France.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it.
But I don't like wine, so I'd be a bit screwed.
I saw someone on TikTok eating sushi during a run.
Ooh.
I mean, rice, but raw fish. That's making me sick. We're going to move on for that.
I don't really like sushi anyway.
I like this one. I can never eat before a run. Well, you need to work on that.
Yeah.
But during a cross-country race, I ate a bacon and sausage sandwich.
I know exactly who that is.
Do you?
Yeah, I know exactly who that is.
A share box of chicken nuggets, and yes, I didn't
Slaps.
share.
I will have a share box of chicken nuggets and not share and then not run the next day.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, definitely. A share box doesn't go that far these days. No,
They're tiny. They're smaller now.
Oh, they're all some good valid ones. I thought we might get some juicier ones. I mean, sushi.
Yeah, that's grim.
But yeah, that is us done.
For episode 2. Let's see if this one actually makes it out.
Yeah,
it better do.
We have done this conclusion a few times.
Yeah.
Episode 2, we are done.
Yeah.
Hopefully we post it. See ya!
Bye!